Okay. I call this meeting to order. Please make note that all board members are in attendance. I would like to call Billy Holland to lead us in an invocation, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. God, thank you for all your many blessings. Thank you for bringing us here tonight. Please give the board of wisdom as we make decisions. Thank you for all of our parents, students, teachers, administrators. Thank you for the crowd that we have tonight. Please be with our students as we enter the testing season. Just give them peace as they approach their exams. Please be with our students, coaches, sponsors, as we have many field trips and travels going on right now. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Board members, you've received the agenda for the meeting. May I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
I second.
All those in favor of the agenda, please raise your hand. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Jackson. First off, what a great crowd tonight, right? We're so thankful to all you could come out tonight. This is we look forward to this board meeting every year where we can recognize our students. And tonight, just so that you know, this is National Music in Our Schools Month, and we're very honored to be able to recognize a lot of our talented students tonight. What we're going to recognize is our all-state band, our all-state orchestra, all-state choir, all-state jazz, and our district honor band. So quite the wide range of talent there. And we're, again, very, very proud of you all and very honored to have you here tonight. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Brett Johnson, Marbury High School's band director, to come forward. Each band director is going to call our students to the front. Guys, if you don't mind, we'll call you up across the front. And Mr. Johnson, I think we said you get to pick somebody for a speech each time. Is that right? Is that what we said? No. But before we get going, just guys, thank you so much for all our sponsors, band directors, choir directors, for all that you do. You put in a lot of time. I was always shocked at how much time over the summer that you guys put in, and we just appreciate you. And students, thank you for being such a great representation for us all. So we're very honored to have you tonight. Mr. Johnson, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Excitement within the district. We had a brand new band program this year established at Billingsley, and we're super excited about their growth and their continual to go through music education. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the Marbury portion of the recognitions. Some of our kids are athletes and they're busy with other academic stuff, so they all may not be here this evening, but we're going to go ahead and call their names as well. So when I call your name, will you please come up, and we'll just kind of hang out up here until we're all done. All right. For all-state band and all-district band, Jamie Boyer. That'll be fine, yeah. All right. All district band and all state band, Carter Ingram. All state orchestra, all region orchestra, all district band, and all state band, Malik Johnson. All-State Orchestra, All-Region Orchestra, All-State Jazz, Eden Lynn Terry. All-State Choir, Madeline Mosley. All-State Choir, Cyreed Clark. All-Region Orchestra, Aiden Rayleigh. All-District Band, Caleb Martin. And I believe that is all of the kids that are here today. So, Preston Thornton, All-State Band and All-Region Band. Miss Williams, the Prattville Junior High Band Director, couldn't make it this evening, but Mr. Handerhan is going to help with her recognitions. Oh, that matters, whatever.
Well, since we have the Marbury people up here, we'll go ahead and knock Marbury Middle School out first. We will start with, this is All-State Honor Band and District Honor Band, Claire Mullins. District Honor Band, Chloe Henley. District Honor Band, Hannah Rhodes. District Honor Band, Nathan Roberts. Then we have All-State and District Honor Band, AJ Roten. We have All-State Choir, All-State Band, and District Honor Band, Lachlan Johnson. We have All-State Band and District Honor Band, Madeline Odell. We have District Honor Band, Landon Johnson. We have All-State Honor Band and District Honor Band, Valen Barron. And then we have District Honor Band, Alex Rayleigh. And All-State Choir, Rachel Wainwright. And All-State Choir, Justice Ellerson. One more All-State Choir, Caroline Finley. All right, that wraps up the Marbury crew. Do we just want to go ahead and have everybody come? All right, so Prattville Junior High people, I'm going to go ahead and apologize for any mispronunciations, but here we go. District and All-State alternate would be Reagan Glover. District Honor Band, Leah Kitchens. District Honor Band and All-State, Cheon Lee. District and All-State Honor Band, Bryce Coach. District Honor Band, Hun Jang. District Honor Band and All-State alternate, Michaela Kitchens. District Honor Band, Hyuk Jang. District Honor Band and All-State alternate, Jessica Huffman. District Honor Band and All-State Honor Band, Titus Hubbard. And District Honor Band, Caleb Hubbard. Oh, sorry, it was what was written down. There you go. Caleb Jefferson. Caleb Jefferson.
All right, I'm Chris King from Prattville High School. We had 32 selected for District Honor Band, and all of them are not able to come tonight, but we have a few, and so I'll recognize those as you're called, come up, and I guess we'll just stand in front, or I don't know. All right, so we'll start over here with James Wright, District Honor Band. Oh, okay. I thought you did. All right. Well, his brother Matthew Matthew Wright, come up. District Honor Band and All-State. Catherine Lynn, District Honor Band and All-State. Dominic Frontero, he made District Honor Band, All-State Band, and All-State Orchestra. Jonas Tuck, District Honor Band. Trinity Smith, District Honor Band. Charles Glover, a District Honor Band and All-State Alternate. Taino Tillman, District Honor Band. Joshua Shishido, District Honor Band and All-State Band. Mia Hernandez, District Honor Band and All-State Regional Orchestra. Tristan Godfrey, All-State. I'm sorry, District Honor Band and All-State. Anna Lance, District Honor Band and All-State Alternate. And Ian Hathaway, District Honor Band and All-State Band. Do we have somebody walk in? Jenna Lewis, District Honor Band and All-State Band. Oh, two more, sorry. Yokyung Wong, District Honor Band. And Sauhi Park, District Honor Band. Thank you so very much to our district, for the county for recognizing the Music in Our Schools Month. It's just really a positive thing we feel like that we're doing in these young people's minds and our community, representing our community the way that we are at these events in Tuscaloosa, in Huntsville, in Mobile, where All-State is coming up in April. So we just thank you again for your support, and let's give them all another round of applause.
We can't see you guys. So, Mr. Johnson is, I'm sorry, is that, we're getting a good picture here?
Sure, that'd be good.
Yeah, let's, Ms. Thomas, again, I'm sorry, I can't see you. Let's get a good picture here, and then, Mr. Johnson, when y'all get the picture, let us know, and we'll go from there.
Squeeze in, guys. Try to squeeze in the best we can. We ready to rock and roll? All right. Everybody in? Here we go.
Thanks, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Guys, as they clear out, guys, you're welcome to stay if you want to. We appreciate you guys. As they're clearing out, I do want to say, parents, thank you. I know you log a lot of time in vehicles, taking kids all over the place, and we appreciate you. And again, thank you to our sponsors and directors for putting in the time with our students. And, you know, as you saw tonight, board members, our kids are great kids. They represent our district the right way, and we appreciate everything they're doing for our schools. The next item on receive this information is a facility update with Mr. Barrington. Mr. Barrington, are you ready?
I'm always ready. Good evening. Mr. Woodfin asked me to update you guys on some of the facilities, some of the ones that we last spoke about that were in the process, we're finishing up. And others, Billingsley and Prattville Fieldhouse in particular. We got the new. All right, so we'll start with Prattville Fieldhouse. Already started the process of moving in and finishing up there. We got a few punch items left and some graphics. They were supposed to start today. We didn't get a chance to, he didn't get a chance to do that, but we did. I got two pictures here. This is your front entrance into the building, what you're going to see. I don't know if you remember Prattville High School Fieldhouse. I do vividly from my days there. We did change the front foyer as well. I think last time I spoke with you all, I showed you the demo pictures. So that demo picture there on the left is the old locker room. Of course, now you see how it opened up with that beam, and now we've got expanded locker room. These are just two more pictures of that same area. So overall, just added more space for all the players, and opportunity for everybody to have a locker, I think more importantly, and be able to put your equipment in there. This was the bathroom, so they actually tore out the foundation in there. That wall behind those, that piping there was taken out as well, and that's the finished product there. We have I think we had 3 showers in the one previously. So now we've got enough showers for everyone and sinks and bathrooms. This was the outside. To the left there was the construction of a new training facility for all athletics, which is tied directly to the facility, which is right there on your left. And he has moved in. And I've got some pictures of that too. We've got a new front entrance and gateway into the park now. So able to set up tickets. They've already done so in the start of the baseball season. That's where they start collecting those tickets going in. That's a rear facility. In addition to it providing training facility, it also provides the bathrooms for baseball. So right there on the end, water fountain and restrooms. And that's a picture of the inside of that facility. This was that one room that had several walls. They took that wall out, and then that beam carried throughout the whole building. That was the one that opened up the locker room, but it also opened up this front area too. So now there's a meeting place for all of the players to come in at one time. It has a divider wall so they can split that meeting area into two spaces. This is the exit coming out of the locker room into the indoor facility. So now they have a nice place to play, needless to say. So that, like I said, that's we're at the tail end of that, and the next is going to be the graphics coming in throughout the building. So that one's almost got a period behind it. So the ribbon cutting will be March 17th, next week, 10:30. Everyone's invited. Our Billingsley Ag building, here's some before and afters. I think last time I spoke with you all, we were there on the left, breaking ground. Now we've got the buildings up. They just finished a pre-roofing meeting, and they'll get started on that here shortly. Just another picture of that groundbreaking and from the east side of the complex. This is the storage area, feed, equipment, that sort of thing. All the excess stuff will be a separate building. Again, on the left, that was the last picture I think you all saw was the foundation there. And then this back side here, this is the northeast side of that building. And then finishing up with the northwest side. So the Billingsley project's come along pretty quick. We're hoping that it'll be done by the end of the school year into the summer. All right, these are some of the other completed projects that we've finished up or in the process of finishing up. Our roofing, we've gone over those before. The painting is ongoing, our flooring, fencing projects, general cleanup around all our facilities, insulating those areas, gyms, those sort types of buildings, and then our MHS Marbury High School erosion project is finished up. Some of the projects in the works right now are the multipurpose buildings, which are targeting our Title IX at the Prattville High School and other places. We got Billingsley, we got Marbury High School, and then some storage areas. Paving is, we've got it on paper. That's taking a look at that. I don't know about where we are with that as far as the funding and a start date for that, but it's laid out for those projects to begin. And we also have the paint and flooring, which I think are going to always be ongoing, constantly trying to rehab a lot of these facilities. So that's where we are. Any questions? Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Barrington. Board members, a few things here. First off, just a reminder, all the projects you saw, for the most part, were paid for with state money, the advancement technology funds. That is one area that next year, well, let me back up. This past year, we received right at $9 million. We're expecting to receive about $7 million, so that's being cut a little bit next year. But that pot of money is what is funding all the projects that you see completed. Also, I want to point out on the paving part, got to give Mr. Camara a huge shout out. He's done a lot of great work, Mr. Barrington as well. But the way Mr. Camara is setting that up is we're ranking, kind of like we did the roofs. We're ranking what is our biggest need with the paving issues. Once we get to the end of this fiscal year, where we know exactly where these bids come in and how much money's left, then we'll start picking off what we can. So if there's $100,000 left, we'll hit as much as we can in that cycle. So we'll set up the paving the exact same way that we did the roofs. And again, we're completing the roofs now, and that's the paving portion of that as well. Any questions on anything on receivers information?
Just to look from that correction on that cut date, it's on the 19th.
Yes, sir. The ribbon cutting. Yeah. The ribbon cutting for the field house is on the 19th. All right. So if there's no questions on receivers information, we will move on into the consent agenda. Item number 2 contains all athletic and field trips for this month and the coming months. Item number 3 contains supplemental pay requests for summer learning, instructional services, school activities, and other services. Item number 4 contains a list of items that are no longer in working condition and need to be disposed. Item number 5, I need to explain a little bit. So with the social studies textbook adoption memo that you have in your packet, the Alabama State Department of Education is scheduled to vote on the social studies textbook adoption on March the 12th. At their work session last week, Dr. Mackey emphasized that his preference is for boards to approve the state committee's full K-12 recommendation. However, some board members requested the option of separating the vote, approving grades 6 through 12 while delaying action on K through 5. So that led us to the memo that you have in your packet. Because of that possibility, districts have been encouraged to move forward locally so that we do not lose another month of planning time. So As a reminder, adoption simply gives us the authority to use state textbook funds. It does not obligate us to purchase any resource. Our local textbook committee has completed an extensive review, and tonight we're asking you to approve the top 3 recommended programs for each grade span. This approach gives us the maximum flexibility, and it allows us to move forward immediately after the state vote, whether they approve all grade levels or if they only approve 6 through 12. So that's what you see. That's why there's a little more language in that memo than what normally we have. Usually it's pretty cut and dry, but again, we're waiting on some final guidance there. That list gives you everything that you need to know and gets us where we can be ahead of the curve. Item number 6, really excited about this. Request approval of the 2026 New Teacher Academy for presenters and their stipend. This summer, the district will host a New Teacher Academy designed to provide incoming employees with a strong foundation for a successful year. The Academy will offer targeted sessions that introduce new staff members to our district's instructional expectations, curriculum resources, and operational procedures. To ensure the training is closely aligned with our established practices, several of our own district employees, teachers, instructional leaders, and support staff will serve as the presenters. Each presenter will receive a stipend of $250 to $500, depending on the amount of time it takes for them to prepare for the content, and we will use Title II funds to cover this. So, been in the district a long time. I don't want to say how long. We've always said we've got to do a better job of introducing people to how Autauga County should work. This is another emphasis which you guys have really helped me with as well of, hey, instead of paying everybody else to come in and do the work, let's use our experts. We got the best teachers. We have the best people. Let's reward our people that we trust to teach others. So really excited about this. We did this with Symposium as well. It's a way that we can reward our teachers as well. And who else better to learn from than the people that know our system better than anybody else? Item number 7 contains a special education agreement and contract with the Bailey Educational Group, LLC. This contract is for services provided to the self-contained classroom at Marbury Middle School. The contract will be paid with state funds. The contract is for $90,000, and it will run from February 27th, 2026 to May the 22nd, 2026. Item number 8 contains a proposal for the YMCA to use 6 of our buses for summer camp. This is something we've done pretty routinely. It really helps them out, and obviously we want to work with our local entities as much as possible. We've done that the last few years. Item number 9, request approval for the renewal of the district-wide Edgenuity 6 through 12 comprehensive site license and enhanced CTE site licenses. That's a mouthful to say. That's our program that we use for our Autauga Virtual Academy and our Second Chance program. This is another cost that the public needs to know is a lot bigger than what people what people understand. It's $506,591.57. We're going to use the same funds we were talking about a minute ago, the advanced technology funds. Again, what we're trying to do is anything that we can use those funds to protect our general fund, that's what we're trying to do. So that's what that is. Item number 10, request approval to authorize me to negotiate price or other items for purchase of land that the board seeks to acquire that is located near various schools. Just like we discussed before, this is no final decision or commitments will be made without further review. This just authorizes me as things pop up that I can have those conversations with them and then bring you back anything that may be of relevance. So it's just, again, authorizing me to be your voice, so to speak. We obviously, you guys would still have to approve anything before it would be final. Are there any questions with the consent agenda as presented? All right, being no questions, I recommend approval of the consent agenda as presented.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your right hand.
All right, at this time, I recommend approval of the personnel report as presented.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation. May I get a motion to approve?
So moved to approve.
A second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor of approving, please raise your hand.
All right, I recommend approval of the employee action as presented.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation. May I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand.
All right, this next item, before I recommend approval, we are struggling to staff our schools with special education teachers and hold on to teachers. Surrounding districts have started instituting a supplement that we do not have. The reality is, special education numbers are increasing. There's fewer and fewer people going into the field as on the teaching side. I would really hope eventually the state would maybe go to a teams contract there. We're lobbying hard for it. But the supplement proposal that you have for the 26-27 school year gets us where we can compete a little bit. Obviously much better than what we're competing right now. Obviously there was a cost associated with it, but the biggest cost right now is we're having to outsource areas to fulfill the needs. We're having to hire in companies, and again, it goes back to that thought, if we're gonna have to do that, let's try to give it to our people and recruit the best and hold on to the best. So that was the rationale behind the stipend schedule you have in your packet. I recommend approval of the sped stipends that, again, will begin in 26-27 as presented.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second? Is there any discussion?
I just want to say, all of our teachers are valuable, but to be physically responsible, I agree with Mr. Woodfin with the contracts we're paying out, because we got to have these teachers. We need to do our best to be competitive with our neighboring school system. So wish we could do it for all of our teachers, but we have to be targeted at times.
But yeah, and I appreciate you saying that. I would also just hope that our employees know too. I mean, we have drastically overhauled, even on the instructional side, the supplement schedule that's there. We are, to the best of our ability, we are trying to funnel as much money back into our classrooms as possible, trying to help our employees, trying to help our kids. You hit the nail on the head, Mr. Island. It's a fact of the way it is right now with SPED. But I appreciate you saying that. And again, this is another step forward. Is it where we want to be? Not entirely. It's a lot further. It's a lot better than what we were. And I think that's got to be the message, moving forward.
Anyone else? All those in favor of approving, please raise your hand.
All right. At this time, I would like to ask Ms. Wallace to come forward and provide us with the February bank and financial statements.
Good evening. So today we're looking at the month of February, which takes us to our fifth period within our fiscal year. We should be operating with that 42% of our expenditures and our budgeted revenues. According to your snapshot in your packet, in February we were at 51% of our budgeted revenues, which is $46 million. For our district expenditures, we were at 42%. Or $42.4 million of our total budgeted expenditures. So you can see that we're tracking and on target with our expenses. Our fund balance ended at $66.3 million for the month of February. The payroll for the month of February totaled $6.9 million. Local revenue analysis in your board packet shows year-to-date local revenue collected is $15.7 million. That's 73% of our budget. Now remember, we received the bulk of our ad valorem in January, so you'll start seeing that percentage level back out. Also keep in mind that our local revenue is there to meet and allocated to meet the required state match for our foundation program, our public school capital funds, and our capital bond debt. Of the $15.7 million, February's collections were at 1.2. Are there any questions on February? All right, thank you.
All right, I recommend approval of the February bank and financial statements as presented.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation. May I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
A second? Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand.
All right, Ms. Wallace, you can come on right back up. I would like to ask you to present the fiscal year 2026 budget amendment.
Well, it's that time of year that we take the opportunity now to review what our original budget was, what changes, what modifications we adjust. As always, this is the time to reflect upon new needs and new state grants and federal carryover funds. So with that, we'll look at our amended 2026 budget. So first of all, in the original budget, I'm estimating what I think our beginning fund balances will be. So once fiscal year end closes and once I get our final approval from the state, it gives me the opportunity now to make those corrections and to make our beginning fund balance exactly what it was at year end. So with the general fund, we increased general fund 6.2 million. Originally budgeted was 54, now it's at 60. In special revenue, remember that's our federal revenue, including C&P, Child Nutrition Program, and our local schools' public monies. We adjusted that fund balance to increase 2 million from 2.8 to 4.9. With our debt service, our adjustment decreased 93,000, so we were at 5.9 and now we're at 5.8. Our capital projects fund, we adjusted fund balance to increase by 218,000 from 7.1 to 7.4. And our expendable trust, that is our local school non-public and our scholarship account that we manage the trustee over, we adjusted to increase 85,000. It was at 489, now it's at 575. So the highlights of what caused our expenditure and revenue changes for our budget amendment was we received numerous state grants for our literacy and numeracy acts. They totaled around $286,000. We received some SPED classroom grants, around $30,000. And then we received some more recently in excess of that. Gifted grant, $29,000. We did receive a school safety grant designated for AEDs. And so we used that for the $118,000 for that, and it was also to protect our schools. So we're using our new Circle program, our new visitor login. So that's a part of that school safety grant. We received the state college and career readiness. That was $98,000. That is applicable to our career tech department, so they can do the testing for those students. We received career coach funding. That was $106,000. This is our second career coach that we have with ACTC. The first one is grandfathered in now, and that's one of our units. This is additional funding that we get from the state to support that career coach. Then we have some local grants. We had some RC&D grants that we get, and if you recall, we received we had a ceremony for some of those at Billingsley. So we had numerous this year. This is the first year I've been here that we've had so many. Usually we've had 1 or 2. I think this year we have 8. So it was really good, and it's spread out district-wide, so that was really good to see. We received state funding for our national board certified teachers, and then we had some adjustments just within the changes of expenditures and revenues for our local daily business. With our special revenue fund, which is where our federal programs are held, we now that the fiscal year closed, we had some carryover money from last year that we get to spend in this year. So we allocated for those accounts. Title I at $249,000, which is the carryover fund for Title I is divided back out among the local schools, and it goes toward any district initiative that we're using. We're updating our website. That's part of our district initiative, and then the rest is going out to the local schools to meet their local school needs. Title II, which is our professional development funds, we $189,000. Title III, which is our EL, $6,000. Title IV, that's our well-rounded student grant that we received. That's $10,000. And then we have the CRI. We have $37,000 for that. We received a homeless grant for $35,000, and then we had our regular adjustments to the child nutrition program in the local schools. So for all funds together, our beginning fund balance was $79 million. Our revenues are now adjusted to $112 million. Our expenses $123 million, and our ending fund balance will be at $68.9. Now, I like to remind us throughout this whole year, it's like a broken record. Last year, we received that $9 million in the advanced technology funds, the revenue. This year, we're spending it. So you're going to see a lopsidedness to the expenditures and the revenues with this budget amendment. Any questions?
Yes, Ms. Wallace, I know the answer, but again, we believe in transparency, and we're live streaming this meeting. So if I'm a viewer at home and I see the expenditures and revenue, 11 million difference, just say it one more time. Everything, we're right where we need to be as far as our day-to-day operations. But again, I know you've said it multiple times, just one more time,
That's
explain it so
okay.
everybody knows.
So our beginning fund balance was at 79, and part of last year's money is incorporated into that amount. But the expenses are in this fiscal year. So therefore, you'll see the fund balance adjust back to your normal daily business and not the excess additional funding that we received last year that we have to spend this year.
Very
All
good.
right, thank you. As I take it out.
Any questions for Ms. Wallace? All right, at this time, I recommend approval of the fiscal year 2026 budget amendment as presented.
Board members, you've heard the superintendent's recommendation. May I get a motion to approve? Second?
Second?
Any discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand.
All right, just a couple of quick things on my end. Again, huge shout out to Mr. Conyers and his team. We've made some adjustments with our registration company that we use and things like that. Our kindergarten registration's going very, very well right now. Parents have reported that the new platform is a lot easier to navigate. So, we're right in the middle of kindergarten. We always phase it in. We'll be expanding registration for next year as we move forward, but we encourage our families to visit our website and work through that process. Just a reminder, tomorrow is an early dismissal for students to allow for a work day for staff members. That's something that, we started a few years ago, trying to allow teachers to have the time they need to get done things in the classroom. They also have some things as far as deadlines that they got to hit, so that time helps them out a little bit. Last thing, we will be doing summer feeding again this summer. Ms. Seegers and her team does a really great job with that program. A lot of you in attendance helped out last year with volunteering. It is a massive, massive operation. So you'll see some information coming out soon about if you want to volunteer or if there's any civic groups, things like that. But it's a great service. It helps our community, and it also helps us financially. There's a plus side to that as well. So it helps fund some of our positions in CNP. So that's all I got on my end. Any questions for me? All right.
Sorry. With there being no further business, may I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Adjourned.